Oh, hang on. Look who it is.
Who's that?
Ike Wong. Should I answer it?
Yeah, you can.
Hello.
Hey D, it's Ike. I need your help.
What's going on?
I'm gonna go murder some red-eyed bunnies.
You're gonna what? Sorry?
Murder bunnies, but don't tell Eric.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I'm actually on Skype with Eric right now.
For f***'s sake. Bye!
Okay, bye.
Well, that was awkward. And welcome to a very special postseason BB Can 5 show with Demetri. Oh my god, it's gonna be so amazing. But first, let me let you guys know, if you want to see any of our past shows back with any of the house guests from this season or previous seasons, you can check those out over at yourrealityrecaps.com/bbcan. And if you're watching this later and we're like, how do we watch that live? Head over to yourrealityrecaps.com/younow and become a fan so that you get alerted every time we go live and you're able to interact in the chat during the show. You can become a subscriber over there if you want to watch shows back instantly, or like I said, I put them up over on the website. 3 more really quick things to let you guys know. BB19 is starting soon. If any of you are interested in being live feed updaters for us, check out the forum over at yourrealityrecaps.com/BB19updaters. You get some pretty cool stuff like the feeds for free, or if you just want to get your feeds through us at yourrealityrecaps.com/BB19 feeds, that's a great way to help support our shows as well. Lastly, become a patron. Why? Because you get access to the patron-only Facebook group, prize giveaways for patrons, shows just for patrons each week. You can do that over at yourrealityrecaps.com/patron, or do one-time donation at yourrealityrecaps.com/PayPal. I made it. I tried so hard to do it as quick as I could, everyone. Okay, look, shut up. We have to get to who you all want to hear from. It's Demetri.
Hey guys, what's up?
How you doing?
Good, man. Good.
You're a liar. You're sad.
I'm a little bummed out. Yeah, I had to say goodbye to Ike this morning, but
How does one say goodbye to Aika? Like, I imagine that she gets, like, carried away, like, on the throne thing, like the golden chair, and she just goes away into the sunset.
it was way less epic than that, but it was we had a good moment for sure.
It did. I am sure it made a good moment. Hi, everybody. Let me let everybody know also super duper quickly. Spread the word right now and you now. Let everybody know that we're live. Square, megaphone, up arrow, whatever you now has it these days. Of course, like I said, click the button to become a fan so you're notified when we go live. And #1 fan is winning Demetri's autograph. Yay! Currently, New Jersey girl.
Hopefully it's on like a $5 bill or something.
No,
that ain't worth nothing.
You signed it in the bathroom, right?
Oh, right, that one. Yeah,
You
right.
did. By the way, speaking of New Jersey girl, what if I said, Demetri, you just want a trip. You just want a trip to New York or New Jersey. Which one are you picking?
I would think New York.
That's because you're a smart person. But let me ask you this question from New Jersey girl, because I think I might hear your sister somewhere over there in the background. And New Jersey girl shares the sentiment of a lot of fans this season, and she says, your sister ran one of the best family/friend run house guest Twitter accounts ever. She really set an example of how it should be done. Being a Twitter newbie, does she have any advice which she passed on to you for taking over the account?
Not one bit. She just handed it over and she said, here you go, I'm done dealing with these people.
I don't blame her.
Oh, it's hilarious. I was a lost puppy. I have no idea what I'm doing. I still don't.
Did you change the password, or you just let her run it for you, honestly?
I know, I tried, but she doesn't want to do it anymore. So actually, she has the I don't even know the password. I got to text her every time I log myself out.
Well, I actually, as long as we're on this topic, and then yes, everyone, keep submitting your questions. We'll get to them. I actually had a little debate with your sister as well during this season. Now, I have a question for you, Demetri.
Sure.
What is this?
That is a euro.
Oh, that's interesting. And just because I'm so stupid, how do you spell that?
Um, Gyros.
Okay, perfect. Now I have another question. What's this?
That is a good question. I don't know what the hell that is.
Okay, that is called a gyroscope, Demetres. It's a children's toy. It's called a gyroscope, also spelled in the beginning Gyro for gyro.
Right.
Because it's not a hero or a euro or whatever it was the way that I'm going to say it that I'm going to be killed for saying it incorrectly. What is
Euro, so you know why they call it a euro, right?
No, why?
So the word euro in Greek means around. And you watch like the meat at the store, it goes around on that little stick.
Gyro comes from that word.
That's where gyro comes from.
Oh. Well, stop being smart. And now let's talk Big Brother. So, you can't trick me on my own show. I was supposed to trap you on the show. Miranda K wants to know, do you think that your game would have been better or worse if you had held back on winning so many comps?
It would have been worse. I feel like I just put myself in a position by being on the block the first week that I had to win. And I don't know. Like, I mean, I was kind of stereotyped at the start. I don't think people necessarily like me the first couple weeks. They see me as that kind of like, big guy personality that's going to rub everyone the wrong way. And I don't think they wanted me in there to begin with. And then before I know it, I was a target, had to win all these comps. And
who do you think was your biggest target in the beginning? Who do you think was coming after you the hardest?
Coming after me?
Yeah.
I know me and Dylan definitely, but I kind of started that.
Right.
I think it was a lot of the guys. They seen me. I kind of ended up in the pink room with a lot of the girls, and they got close to Mark, and then they just said, "Well, this guy's not on our side anymore." So they were all kind of coming after me, I think.
Interesting. I actually want to take this question. I took it yesterday for Ika from Bitch Cake, and I'm going to take it from Bitch Cake again. Wants to know, if Ika wasn't in the house, who do you think your number one would have been?
The first week is funny because obviously I was close with Ika, but I actually felt that me and Bruno were going to be really close. But that proved to not work. I didn't trust that guy at all by about week 3. So, I mean, other than that, I really don't know how it would have played out if Ika wasn't there.
Oh, okay. Apparently, Adam Pock from our Big Brother is also in the chat room, and he says, Eric, please ask Dimitri to come to the New York City premiere party. A lot of people want to see him. I told them about that a little bit. Lori Rott, LOL Rott wants to know, Demetres, when is your trip to Greece with Ika and Cruz this summer?
You know what? I know Karen will go. Depending on how everything works out, if I can take Ika to Greece this summer, I am totally down. That'll be so great.
I am not sure that Greece is prepared for Ika.
What's that?
I'm not sure that Greece is prepared for Ika.
Oh yeah, no, they are not prepared for Ika. But I know she's gonna love those euros.
You need to contact the government ahead of time. Be like, Ika's arriving. I'm just letting you all know.
Just FYI.
Ika is landing. Would you ever, Pat Champions wants to know, would you ever consider doing Celebrity BBUK with Ika if they asked you guys to be duo house guests? So, I'm guessing if you guys had to play as a pair, would you ever do Celebrity Big Brother UK?
I mean, I can't speak for Ika, obviously. And the fact that we would be on Celebrity UK, I don't know how we are considered celebrities. Maybe Ika's entertaining. I was so stressed out in the house, I felt like my personality was turned way down. But if they asked me, hell yeah, I would do it in a second. I mean, I would have a hard time saying no.
Lucky for you, just like yesterday, I have Ika right here, and she says, Eric, Dimitri can say whatever he wants. Okay, there you go. Okay. You're clear. You blame it on me.
Seems legit.
Rose711 wants to know, who was your favorite BB Can player before entering the house?
I actually really like Godfrey. I thought Godfrey was hilarious.
Uh-huh.
And although I didn't really want to play anything like him, I really like watching him play, and I give him full props for what he did because he played a totally different game. He made it all the way to final two, and yeah, no, I like that guy. He's awesome.
Is there any returning player that you wish you would have gotten to play with from previous seasons?
Actually, Godfrey would have been one. I was really surprised that he wasn't on the returning house guest list.
Yeah, I think a lot of people were. Anyone else besides him that you wish like, oh, I got the chance. I would have got the chance to play with.
There was a few that I would have thought before the game, but I mean, now looking back, if they were in there, they probably would have beat me. So it's probably a good thing they didn't show up. So
Okay. What about BBUS? Do you watch Our Big Brother ever? Or have you seen any of Our Big Brother?
yeah, no, I've seen it, but I definitely gonna be a bigger fan now.
Uh-huh.
I'm trying to think of like
Oh,
obviously Derek. I loved Caleb, even though he was a total creep for Amber. I just thought it was so funny. But yeah,
sorry, your audio messed up. Thought you said Caleb. We'll just
he
edit
was
that.
hilarious, man. The guy had no idea what was going
Oh
on.
my god, he is hilarious talking about Armageddon coming
Yeah.
and hilarious stalking women.
I
And
know, man.
he's a riot. My opinion, not Demetres. Everyone relax. Clearly, Demetres is a fan, which we'll talk about later. Would you ever, Old Broad wants to know, would you ever do Amazing Race?
I would do Amazing Race. Yes, I would.
You would. Who would you
Oh,
do it
in a
with
second.
who would you do it with if you could do it from anyone on your season of Big Brother?
I mean, obviously it would be Ica.
Okay,
but,
what if you couldn't do Ica?
If I couldn't do Ica, you know what? Gary would be entertaining. Geez, I don't even know. Me and Kevin would be awesome.
I actually would like to see you and Kevin do it.
Yeah,
I
'cause
actually,
he is super good at comps, and he's good at the ones that I'm not good at. So it would be a pretty good match, actually.
chat room is saying Karen.
I would do it with Karen too. Oh my god, that would be good TV.
What if it was someone not on your season of Big Brother? If you could do it with anyone from all your friends, your family, is there anyone that you would want to do it with on that end?
I got a couple buddies back home. I'm not going to call their names out because someone might be a little disappointed if they get left off that list. But there's a couple guys who would probably want to do it.
There might be someone in the room who's getting a little disappointed too, Dimitri.
Yeah.
Oh, is she wouldn't want to do Amazing Race, you don't think?
She's nodding her head like no.
I don't blame you either, neither would I. What Haley 065 wants to know, what was the most shocking thing for you to find out or for your family to find out about you on Big Brother? Like, was there any moment now that you've been out of the house that you saw or heard about that you were like, oh wow, I had no clue? Or was there anything that your family said to you like, this was insane, we had no idea that this happened?
Right. I mean, the whole Dre kind of coming against me and Ica thing, I think it happened a lot earlier than we had seen it. But coming up to the weeks before, I really was starting to lose trust in Dre. But I haven't watched the season back yet. I don't really know exactly when it started unraveling. But from what I hear, it happened way before we figured it out. So that was surprising.
Will you watch the season back? Or are you more of like the, no, I've lived it, I don't need to watch it back type of a person?
I mean, we got up to the double eviction there the other
Right.
day. Me and Micah said we're going to watch it together, and now she flew back to Toronto, so we'll wait till we get together. We'll poke away at a few episodes, but it's not something that I need to see. I mean, I did live it, and you know what? I got a good memory of what happened, and the stuff behind my back, whatever. I don't really care.
Rach DHM wants to know, why specifically do you think you were such a big target right out of the gate on Big Brother?
You know, it really came down to Karen and her HOH. As soon as she put us on the block, I feel like, everybody's like, first week's like, who cares as long as it's not me?
Right.
And I think that would have been easy to put up again the second week and the third week had I not won. So I think, and then they looked at me and they're like, this guy's going to be a physical player, whatever, put him on the block, get him out of here. So
I'm horrible because I should have said right at the start of this, I made it all about me and gyros. But congratulations on being like the record holder for comp wins in all of North American Big Brother. How proud are you of that record, of holding that record?
Man, honestly, I didn't know until I got out of the house, and I was like, it is definitely a cool little consolation prize, but definitely would have been nicer to have $100,000.
Would have been nicer to have $500,000, which is why you need to start campaigning for BBUS.
You got it. I got to become an American citizen. I'll be there.
Why would you want to do that?
Maybe we'll just get like a work visa or something.
Sure. Don't become a citizen. Stay away. You got 4 more years probably. Stay away. Then come later. It'll be nicer later is what I'm saying. Eunisa, Yasmin Melissa wants to know, what was your favorite moment of this season?
Favorite moment? I mean, everybody always says walking in, and honestly, I always hated that answer watching Old House Guests, but walking in is insane. I am telling you, I don't even I hardly even remember it. It's just such an adrenaline rush, and then watching all the returning house guests come in, it was insane.
I will tell you, and I'm not lying. If you notice, I always say that didn't happen after, but I will tell you for real, no pressure. Ica is now in the chat room.
Uh-oh.
Ica is watching from the chat. Ica, you missed what he said before.
She's going to be asking me questions.
Miranda F wants to know, Martina F wants to know, if you could go back and do anything differently, what would you do?
Oh, I would do the Final Four POV again. I'm going to lose some sleep over that one.
I would love to say that I paid super attention to that one, but we were kind of live during that at the end. That was the upside down.
Yeah.
That looked like a nightmare, Demetri. Looked like a nightmare. I never even went back to watch it. Honestly, once I knew who won, I was like, I'm good.
Yeah. There was just one question I didn't know, and it totally messed me up. And yeah, it was a tough comp.
Speaking of Karen, who is one of your great friends now, so she won't mind you answering the question from Alicia O, who wants to know, do you regret putting Karen on the block?
Oh, which time?
Yeah, which time? Pick one.
The first time, you know what? I do, because she definitely didn't deserve to be up there. But looking back, it kind of still was a good move, because had I not put her up, that meant I would have had to put Jackie, and I know a lot of the house guests knew that I had given her my word.
Right.
So, and everybody in the house knew that I hated Jackie. So it showed that I was willing to keep my word, even if it was to someone that I didn't like. So,
which was, and you feel that, and you still feel like that was the smart choice, that you made the right move in doing that and keeping your word in that situation.
Yes, and I mean, it ensured Bruno went home. A twist aside, unless some twist happened, Bruno was going home sitting next to Karen every single time. So
I don't know what sick fetish people have in our chat room, but why is everybody obsessed with this armpit licking? What is with the armpit licking? Okay, did you regret licking Jackie's armpit?
Yes, immediately regretted it. We're playing a game. It was truth or dare. And or whatever, I don't know, and I lost, and that was the dare, and I'm like surrounded by everybody in the house, and I'm like, well, I gotta do it. But yeah, no, I immediately regretted it, and especially now that everyone's talking about it, it's like, great. I was hoping nobody's seen it.
I swear, I'm waiting for people to be like, ask him to describe it slowly.
Oh no, we're not going into
And like, what is going on? Why do people keep asking that question? It's weird. You all are weird. Okay.
Well, that was the thing.
Which comp, you are clearly the comp beast, but which comp was the hardest for you, and which was the easiest for you out of the ones that you won and or lost?
The hardest one was the Oreo dunk challenge, actually, with that one that Dylan won.
Right.
Man, when I seen the challenge, I'm like, I got him. Like, I can run circles around this guy. Man, that guy's got stamina. He can go forever. And he was pushing the pace. And plus, he had a little bit more weight to get all the milk out. I was done halfway through. I was absolutely exhausted. And I would say the easiest one, I mean, probably the triple eviction one. Just the answers, true or false or whatever. I don't know. I just knew them all. It was weird. Just lucky I knew them all.
Right. In the end, not the true or false, the competition with the you have to fill in the blanks.
Yes.
Fill in the blanks with it. The one where you beat Aika.
Yeah.
Looking back at it now, would you have done that competition differently? Like, would you have given Aika the win to kind of ensure her safety a little bit that week?
I mean, I thought about it so hard when I was in there. I mean, now that we're out, I'm pretty happy that I did follow through and just try my best. Honestly, I was hoping that she would just beat me. I didn't want to have to, throw it or whatever. I just wanted her to beat me. But looking back, especially now that I know that I broke the record, I didn't even know that there was a record on the line or anything. So it's kind of a nice little consolation. And we just had to win that POV.
Right. I don't know if Aika would have wanted it. Like, I wonder if Aika now looking back at it
Yeah.
would have wanted
She
to
didn't
have the win
She
that
would
way.
not have wanted me to throw it to her. No.
I don't think so either. Faz M says, "Can Dimitri be shirtless for this interview?" Faz, Aika's in the chat room, and neither one of us want to get in trouble later, so no.
Sorry, guys.
Sorry, no.
I know.
No, we're afraid of Aika now.
Yeah, I know.
I had to take lots of Xanax before that show. No, I'm totally kidding. How did it go when Aika met your family and friends?
It was good. Everyone was excited to see her. They're watching her on TV, and now they're gonna see a little bit more of her real personality outside the house. So it was good.
And by the way, I will say Aika in the chat room says she's happy you didn't throw it. You deserve the win. How did it? Oh, we already said that. So they liked it. What was it like on the reverse, the flip side, meeting Aika's friends and family? Because you met them as well, right?
Yeah. It was so much fun. I met all of our Jamaican friends. They're trying to teach me how to speak patois, I think it's called. So much food, all the music. They're a blast. It was so fun.
Oh, now I want to go to Jamaica.
I know, me too.
Miriam wants to know, will you be open to the idea of starting a YouTube channel or series with Aika? Like, a lot of fans want you to like create some content together going forward. Like, not are you gonna do it? Is it set in stone? Will it happen? Just, are you open to the idea of it in the future?
Honestly, I'm open to anything. If we figured it would be fun and we could do something like that, yeah, I would entertain it for sure.
Chris C wants to know, who would you have taken to the Final Four? So if you could have picked, if you could have picked from anyone, since he didn't give you a specific starting point, I'm going to say you could pick from anyone. Who would your ideal Final Four have been?
Definitely me, Aika, Karen. You know what? And either Gary or Cassandra.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you still talk to Gary? Like, now that the season's over, are you guys still in touch, or no, it's all just still too crazy hectic right now?
We're not going to talk every day, but Gary's definitely one of the people that I'm going to come out of the house that I do like and that I might catch up with here and there.
Interesting. I love Gary. Gary is so much fun.
Oh,
like, how do
it's
you...
so fun.
Stacy M wants to know, if you had to pick your ideal alliance to work with, but from all seasons of Big Brother, is there a specific alliance you would have loved to have worked with?
You can't even answer that question until you actually know these people, because that Six Alliance was a pretty ideal alliance. When I was there, I was like looking around, I'm like, this is awesome. That alliance was crap. So for me to try to pick former house guests, I don't know until you decide if you trust them or not, and this and that, right? So
right. Do you regret? A lot of people ask this question. Do you regret not going after Kevin sooner in the game?
No, not really. When I did start going after him, it was the right time to. And I put him on the block 3 times. He escaped 3 times. I can't bank on a guy getting off the block 3 times. So I don't regret not going after him earlier.
How shocked were you when you and Aika both got to stay and, Kevin used that power to keep Aika safe?
I was floored, man. I was absolutely floored. Like, I thought I was pretty good at hiding my emotions the whole game. But when he did that, I like couldn't even hide it. I was like, "What
Right.
just happened?" It was
Exactly.
yeah, it was shocking.
It was it was the best TV moment. Speaking of other big moments this season, what did you think of the secret power of veto? Did you think that there was any chance that William had it? Did you even have like a hint about him having it?
Yeah, we figured it was either Kevin or William. I mean, who else would use the power of veto to save Kevin other than Kevin or William?
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I mean, watching it, we haven't got to that episode yet. But looking back, that's might be the thing that saved Kevin and took me away from 100 grand.
Interesting. All right, look, Dimitri, you know that I do ask tough questions, and now you're about to get one. So I
Right?
hope you are prepared. It is from Melissa D in the chat room,
Yeah.
and she wants to know, do you plan on keeping the beard?
The beard is staying.
It
As
is.
long as I don't have to, until I have to shave it for work or whatever, the beard is staying.
There you go, Melissa. Thank you.
Tough question.
Only the tough questions here is what I'm saying. Stephamatic wants to know, what are you most proud of in your game?
I mean, obviously the competition wins. They stand out. I honestly going into the house, I didn't think I would do that well in competitions. I figured I might win one or two before they punted me out the door, but I did get super lucky and I was super fortunate to win as many as I did. So I'm pretty proud of those.
What was it like, Harmony 12 wants to know, what was it like being in the bear costume?
Man, that bear costume was so hot. And it was like a burlap sack on the inside. It was like itchy and hot. And like Big Brother will just take every opportunity to make you uncomfortable. And they did that.
Oh, they did. They love to make you
That
guys.
thing sucked.
What was it like watching the Buzz Killed competition when you kind of had to watch William and Dre, and Kevin give that HOH to Dylan? A lot of people
And Bruno.
and Bruno.
That was when me and Bruno were done. I was like, I cannot trust this guy anymore. You know, I know how I would have fought for him if I was up there, and for him to just pass it on to Dylan, knowing that me and Ika or me and some sort of combination were going up it was hard to watch.
Yeah. It's so hard because when Bruno was on and he discussed kind of how he was feeling in that moment and why he did and why Dre says she did it and William, like, it all kind of makes sense for their games why
Yeah.
they did it. But like you said, if you're kind of working with other people, I just don't get why they didn't include other people in kind of their safety deals there.
Yeah.
What was the best task day? Like, so I guess what Alex Stetson is asking is, what was your favorite task that you had to do in the house?
Actually, the boxing with Dylan, I had a ton of fun, man. I'm gonna go look for a boxing club because I had so much fun, especially in that house. You need a release and punching things, finally getting to take some shots at some of these people, even though it was just their hands, whatever. It was good. That was my favorite one for sure.
I like that a lot. How do you feel about Emily postseason? Or even
No,
now, like, are you closer with Emily? Have you talked to Emily? Are you friends with Emily?
I mean, we talk here and there. I mean, I'm gonna let stuff from the house go. It's a game, whatever. I mean, we're not about to hang out, go to the mall, and be each other's best friends, but about as good a terms as you can be on.
I have to say I love her postseason.
Oh, she's so funny.
I even told her when she was on, like, I wasn't that big of a fan in the game, but I'm like, where the hell is this after the show, Emily? Like, she is.
It's stressful in there.
It is.
It's hard to be entertaining and funny when you're in there. You're just so stressed.
And you're like a bigger guy. That house is so tiny, and I think people don't get how tiny that house is.
Yeah, it definitely is a lot smaller than it looks on TV, hey?
Is way smaller than it. I know. I don't even not know. I do know. I could not live in that house. I am super claustrophobic, and
With
that
16 people, man. With 16 people.
no way. No way. Actually, I want to throw this one in right now. Who, Go Bucks 333 wants to know then, who are you planning on keeping in touch with now that the show is over?
I mean, obviously, Ika, Karen. Honestly, Kevin. Kevin is a stand-up guy. Gary and Cass. I mean, everyone else. If they approach me, I'm not gonna. I don't have anyone that I'm just gonna completely ignore or whatever. But I'm not about to, call a lot of these people up and go for a beer.
Everybody always forgets about Mark.
And Mark's a good guy too, yeah. And he's in Edmonton here, so I'm pretty close by, and I'll probably see him here and there.
Oh, he's the best. Did you have any idea? Oh, Kelly Campa wants to know. Did you have any idea that Emily, allegedly, although I think she did admit to it now, was licking the candy before feeding them to you?
Yeah, so I found out about that a couple weeks later.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, I was a little choked then, but
You're a
whatever.
frat guy, though. There has got to be a lot worse things that have happened to you than that.
Yeah, yeah. It's not that bad. It's just the fact that everybody at home knew, and I was the
Right.
only one who didn't.
I agree with you on that. Not good on that. And I will say, I believe she did, not that you heard it, but I believe she did apologize for it on the show. And I believe Dylan said on this show, too, nothing else happened. I know there were rumors about other things being other place. No, apparently it was only licking. I don't think Big Brother would have put you in a position where it could have been more than that.
Yeah, I would hope not.
No, I don't think that they would have. What is worse, the curse of Jackie or the third bed revenge?
Oh, it's the combination of the two that really seals your fate. I avoided that bed like the plague, and I mean, the curse of Jackie it's pretty strong, man. I don't know, it was bad.
What did you think of Karen's amazing acting in the Marsha the Moose task?
Man, after that task was done, and she said it was all a joke and nothing's. I didn't even believe her. She was so good at acting. Like honestly, like I didn't trust her for the rest of the day. I was like, I don't know who this woman is. Like she's telling me that was an act. Like what else is she acting about? Like she was so good.
Yeah, would you have given them out in the same way? Like, if you were in her position, would you have given the same, let's call them punishments to the same people, or would you have switched any of them around?
Oh, I would have switched him around. I would have tried to end Kevin's game.
Okay, I
Sorry,
think
Kevin.
I'm pretty sure Kevin is aware that that's what would have happened. Did you know that Kevin's plan was to remove Ika well before he even had won that power of veto?
No, I didn't. But we had thought about it a couple days before, maybe before the veto ceremony, that he might take Ika down. We were thinking he'd put Karen up, and then I'd be going home for sure. But when he put Dylan up, I was like, okay.
Lori wants to know, which HOH out of all of your HOHs, was there one that you enjoyed the most?
Heavy rotation, hands down. I mean, to actually, like, hey, while you're up there, it totally sucks. Like, you're getting sprayed with oil and it hurts. But looking back, me and Ika had a little moment on the wheel. We were kind of making up from a fight. And we really won it together. I don't think I would have lasted on there as long as I would have if she wasn't right beside me. And that was kind of like a team win for us. So that one was definitely special.
I need to go back and watch this heavy rotation comp. Every single house guest, every one, All of them. There has not been one who has come on this show who has not said that was their favorite comp. I'm convinced, because, we only saw what they showed us play out on the feeds, but I just have this working theory that in the interim, they were giving you guys thousands of dollars and back massages and feeding you like grapes and candy and like putting on sports games, because I don't understand why you all loved this comp.
No, man, it was painful from start to finish. It sucked. But I mean, when you're done it's like something you can look back and be proud of.
Yeah, I am sure. I wouldn't like spinning. I agree with you. I would not like spinning on that one.
Oh, it was tough, man. It was tough.
If somehow you became HOH on week 1, who do you think you would have put up?
I already know who I would have put up. I would have put up William and Dre.
Really?
Yeah. Sorry, guys.
But do you, so knowing that now, knowing what you know now, you would put them up. But do you think that's who you would have put up in week 1, not knowing everything that you know now?
No. That's who I would have put up, not knowing everything.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. Why? Just because you didn't trust them at that point in the game?
Honestly, because I knew that they had their like French connection thing. So putting up a pair, and I mean, I don't know if this sounds bad. I looked at them and seen them as weaker players, so there was a less likely chance of them winning HOH and putting me up the following week. So,
because look, you're gonna play again. If there's ever an All-Stars, I think there's no way they're not having the competition holder for the most wins playing again, so you're going to play again. Here's my tip for you. You want the weaker players in the game.
Yeah.
Well, you don't actually. Maybe you don't. Maybe you want a bigger physical threat in the game to be more of a meat shield for you. But as far as beating people, maybe you do want them in the game. It's hard. It's never easy for the people that can win the physical comms and also have a social game. You definitely have it the hardest on that end if you were to play again. Sim Sima says, do you regret saving Bruno so much in the game?
As Emily would say, that's a hard yes.
That's a hard yes. I believe she retired it now.
Did she retire it? Well, I'm taking it out of retirement. That's a hard yes.
Okay, that's a hard yes. BB Boston has another very serious question for you, or she would just like to know. What is it like being in a relationship with someone who could do that to Kevin's poor little bunny? You're with a bunny murderer.
You know what? That's how I know we're good for each other, because I was right behind her. I'm like, yeah, let's hang that thing.
She is discriminating against bunnies. Demetres.
It was a pig, wasn't it?
I mean pigs, not bunnies. Pigs. Yeah. She said pig.
I guess scared of the bunnies.
She's scared of the bunnies.
She would have ran.
Okay, well, I'm noticing a pattern now, aren't we? Ika has a thing for cute little animals.
Yeah. I guess you could say that.
I'm calling her Cruella.
Cruella de Vil. Those are your words, not mine.
This just in, Ika is currently not here because she's making a jacket of little red-eyed bunnies. That's what Ika is doing right now.
Oh, man.
And I keep forgetting she's in the chat room. Hi, Ika.
Yeah, she's in the chat room. She's lighting you up right now.
Were you superstitious before you went on the show?
Yes, very superstitious.
Really?
I played sports my whole life, and I've developed these weird superstitions, and they even got amplified in the house because it's a weird place. So.
What is sports? No, I'm totally kidding. What is your weird? What is one of your weirdest, or what's a superstition that people would think is the weirdest that you have?
So I got to put my left shoe on before my right every time. Oh man, and it's weird because I'll if I'm with a group of people who are putting on their shoes, I'll notice people who put their right on before their left, and it bugs me. And actually, I got Ika doing it now too. She puts her left on first.
I hate to tell you this. That's not called superstition. That's called OCD.
Well, okay, but I think that if I don't do it, something horrible is going to happen. Like, it's bad luck, so...
And I think you need to look into medication. You live in a country where it's free. Go get it right now. It's free. You could, leave this show and have the medication for free.
Psychiatrists aren't free, man.
You can totally live in a world where you can put whatever shoe you want on at any point.
I envy people who live in that world, man. I envy people who live in that world.
Oh, no. Is actually, let's go with this one. What made you decide to keep Dre over Gary during the backwards week?
I knew Dre was really close with Ika and therefore close to me. Gary, I just don't think if we saved him, I think he would have kind of sunk back and just done his own thing again and tried to lay low. I don't think he would have done a whole lot for my game. I mean, yeah, that's and Gary's got more firepower, and I knew there was a bunch of people that were on the list ahead of me in Gary's, like list, whatever you call it. I was probably about fourth or fifth, and there was a bunch of people in between me and him. So
interesting. Steffi wants to know, if you had won part 3 of the HOH, who would you have taken, Karen or Kevin?
I would have took Karen.
You would have taken Karen.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't think I would have won over Kevin, to be honest. I don't think there's a chance, actually.
So, sorry, Karen. So you would have taken Karen because you felt she would have been the easier person to beat in the end.
I mean, I would have took her because obviously I liked her more. She saved my ass. I would have taken her just on a personal level, but also because I think I would have had a better chance of beating her. Yeah.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I think a lot of people. I mean, Karen made a good pitch to the jury. I mean, I know that we're watching the edited show, but when everyone got to make the pitches to the people, the jury seemed most excited and changed almost their opinion of Karen. We saw when they were watching theirs. Ella Bell wants to know, what would have been your main argument in your final 2 speech against Karen? So let's say you were in the final 2 against Karen. Is there any points that you would have made to say why your game was better?
I mean, I definitely think I'd have to say the comps. I was on the block more. I feel like I was involved every week some way or another, and very loud about it too. Everyone knew I was involved. I was under the gun a lot more, where Karen's game was a lot more subtle, and she was involved, but it was a lot more subtle. Right. Which is probably a better way to play it, to be honest. But
why did you pick Cindy for the test drive and the one-on-one time?
Well, me and Bruno didn't necessarily leave on the best terms, and I don't know if I could have got his vote either way. Netta, I was half scared that if I brought her on the car ride that she might just not say anything. I don't know. I didn't know where her head was at. And Cindy, I was like, if there is a vote that I can maybe swing in my favor, it would be Cindy's. So, and we evicted her on her birthday. And
do you feel bad about that?
A little bit.
I think Cindy's okay with it. I really believe, there are players that I necessarily don't believe when they say they're okay postseason. Cindy is really one of the people who I do believe when she says the game was the game and now it's over and I'm good and it's all good. Yeah. Unless she's conning me. No. Never know. Okay. What is the deal, or what do you think of? Because I mean, this might as well have been a whole nother person in your alliance. What is your deal with bacon?
With bacon.
What is
what's weird?
Yeah.
Me and Ika didn't even eat bacon or a ton of it before the show, but it was just a good midnight snack, and then it became a thing, almost like a ritual, and it was our way to get away from people in the bedroom. We're like, let's go make bacon in the middle of the night, and now I eat bacon all the time. I had bacon this morning. It was great.
I just imagine that that house has the smell of a layer of bacon grease.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Oh yeah, we ate a ton of bacon.
Just think you just walk in and bacon.
Oh, and it's brutal too because I just put on a ton of weight in that house just because I was eating bacon every day.
I'm sure Adam is still not in the chat room anymore, but he will come for you. That is his gig. He is the U.S. Big Brother Bacon Man.
Oh, I didn't know there was a.
Oh, there is a. He is if you look up bacon in the dictionary, Adam is there. He is the bacon judge, the baconator, bacon, Adam.
Well, me and Ike will give him a run for his money.
Well, look, if either of you two go missing, I'm looking for Adam first. Are you planning on opening? Michelle 888888 wants to know. Are you planning on opening up a school of shade in Edison?
That's not really my. I could maybe be a guest speaker at the School of Shade,
Right.
but that is totally up to Gary and Ika. They are the founders and the teachers of the School of Shade.
Well, I would like to be a guest speaker also. Apparently, I keep being told I'm very good at it. I think I'm doing the opposite, but apparently I keep being told. Okay, look, speaking of telling people things, I need to remind everyone, oh my god, we only have like 10 minutes left, everyone. I don't know where this hour went. So let me remind you all super duper quickly, become a fan so that you're notified when we go live. We're still figuring out when, Kevin and Netta are coming on. They'll be next week, so make sure you become a fan now so you get alerted when that happens. And currently, the #1 fan at the moment is Crystal Bay. So, Chris, keep fighting, kids. There's only like 10 minutes left to become Demetres' #1 fan. So I want to ask this now. You were always calm, and you never freaked out in the house. This is from Rachel. Is that your personality in real life, or do you feel like that was just kind of what you had to do in that game?
I'm definitely pretty calm in real life when it comes to like confrontation, but there were a few times where I definitely outside of the house I would have gotten a confrontation. But when you're in there, you do always think about your game, and there is a time to blow up, and there is a time not to. And I didn't feel that it was necessary for me to yell at anyone.
Okay.
I like to take little jabs, little subtle jabs here and there.
And what was the message that your sister gave? Didn't she tell you something like, oh, you be comfortable being uncomfortable?
Yeah, no, actually, that's did you give me that one?
Well, it
No,
was yours, but she reminded you?
oh yeah, she reminded me. Yeah. Be comfortable with being uncomfortable for sure. Yeah.
I love that. And I say the opposite. I like to be comfortable being comfortable.
Teach their own, man.
I don't want to be uncomfortable. That's why there's an "un" in front of the word comfortable, Dimitri. Good for you. That's why you look like you, and I sit here and do this show. I'm Sick and Twisted wants to know, are your friends and family using all the shade terms now?
My sister's picking up a little bit. She's gone to Twitter and she's picking up a little bit, but other than that, Edson's probably going to stay the same.
I want to ask our town's question now. Actually, our official our town question: was there something that you learned about yourself in this game that you didn't know before you went into the house?
Yeah, going in, it was all about money, and even outside the house, working every day, it was all about money. And now that I've left, I actually do value actual relationships a lot more. Like even coming out of the house, you got some friends coming out of the woodwork that are all of a sudden your friends, and you really have to just remember who your real friends are. And in the house, you have to really remember like the only real friends I had in there was Karen and Ika, and everyone else, had their own games in mind, which is understandable, but
Okay.
personal relationships are very, very important now.
Now, I think one of your top questions that we have gotten for you, and I think a heartbreaking moment for a lot of us watching the show, was obviously when Ika left the game and you were left essentially alone in there.
Yeah.
I personally wasn't saying, because I find it super hot when guys cry. So I loved it. But I mean, like a lot of other people tell me the feeling I was supposed to feel was sad. So everybody wants to know, what was it like for you being alone there without Ika? Kind of what was going through your head? Did you think you were going to make it through? What was it like for you at that time?
Like right when she got evicted, it was too much to even handle. Like I don't cry. I try not to. I cried more times in that Big Brother house than I have in the last 10 years of my life.
Mm-hmm.
But that was definitely. I can't even watch it, man. You guys put those stupid gifs on Twitter. I can't even watch the gif of me crying without almost tearing up about it again. It was so overwhelming. And then the next few days, they're hard, man. You get used to having your crutch, that person to depend on there, and she was gone. It was really hard.
Yeah, Demetres, she's gone right now, too. You just spent all that time with her.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
I'm gonna try and make you cry right now. That'll
yeah.
be
You're
great
not
for
getting
our
it, man.
that'll
You're
be
not
great
getting
for
it.
our show. Oh, she's murdering little puppies and she's gone. She's gone murdering puppies right now. No, you're good? Okay, fine. I have to teach you this trick. Ready? Boop. Oh, that was so sad. Uh, what was your thoughts? A lot of people did ask this too. I'm trying to get through some really quickly at the end. What was your thoughts when the vets walked in?
It was like, oh shit. It was like, oh man, these guys know what they're doing, and I have no idea what's going on, so I'm in trouble.
I keep hearing that Ika is telling me to leave you alone in the chat room. Ika, spoiler alert, I'm not in the chat room. We have a producer. But hi, Ika. Did you ever consider throwing the triple HOH to Dylan when it was down to the two of you? You could have played that POV and beaten Kevin. Pat wants to know.
Yeah, no part of me was throwing that to Dylan. I mean, at the time, yeah, he might not have put me up, but I mean, I put him up, so he would have. And honestly, at the time, I didn't know that I wasn't even gonna be able to play in the triple. When they said go to the backyard, and they're like, Dimitri, take a seat. I'm like, what the, like, why? Like HOH always plays in the veto, and I just got the shit end of the stick, whatever.
Bitch Cake says you were safe for like an hour.
Yes.
Of the double eviction. Did you? All right, let's get emotional for a moment. Did you ever imagine going into this house that you would connect with somebody so well like you did with Ika?
No, no way. Like they were asking me about showmance, and I'm like, yeah, if it happens, like sure, if the stars align, whatever. But I never would have thought that that would have happened. It was so crazy.
Worth more than the money.
Yeah, for sure, for
Definitely.
sure. If I knew that she would have beaten me, I still would have took her.
Do you feel what do you think about people? Because we asked Aiko what she thought about this. What do you think about you two as a team? Like, there are people who say you were more physical and Aiko was more social. Do you agree with that statement?
I definitely would. Her social game. She can talk and she can. I have no manipulation. I have no manipulation. She was good at that part, and she had great relationships in the house with a lot of people. And I was physical, but I feel like we were just together. We worked together very strong, and she helped my social game. I helped hers. We were just, if we weren't together, we would have both probably done awful, to be honest. So.
I don't think you both would have done honest. I think you would have adapted. Like, if each of you didn't have each other, I do think you would have adapted and maybe not found someone that you connected with on the level that you and Ika connected with. But I think you both have personalities where you would have found your other complement in that house.
Well, I tell you what, if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have made it past day 6. So we would have never found out.
Did you think that were you ever worried about being the only newbie with other vets kind of at the end of the game? Was that ever a concern for you?
No, not at all.
Because you knew that you could just beast your way through it. As long as you just got to keep on playing. All right, here's what I want to do. Because obviously, that you and Ika have a ton of fans here. I want to, like I did with Ika yesterday, give you full screen to say whatever you want to say to all of your fans here watching you live.
I mean, honestly, when I left the house, I could not believe the amount of support. I went in, I still feel like I'm a nobody from Edson, and I am. And to see all, my phone blowing up with the Twitter, all the people writing nice things. It is unbelievable. I honestly, I can't say enough. I never thought that this game would have done this to me, and that all these people would have jumped on board, and it's insane. I appreciate all you guys. I thank all you. We try to we try to get back to all you guys on social media. But yeah, and try to take pictures as much as we can. Seriously, cannot thank you guys enough. It is overwhelming.
Okay, so I see a lot of people in the chat room say 30 more minutes, 30 more minutes. No, here's the deal. If you want more Dimitri and you want more Aika, you want more any of them, you need to go follow them on their social media accounts. So, Dimitri, let's start with, where do you want people to follow you on social media?
I got Instagram and Snapchat, and I believe they're both. Oh God, let me double check with my sister here.
Official word.
Yeah, okay. Instagram and Snapchat are Demetres_GIA.
Okay.
And my Twitter is Demetres BB
Perfect. And your Twitter's above. We will put the links to all of that stuff below when you guys are watching back the edited version. So, now that Aika is gone, do you guys know when you're going to be hanging out together next? I know a lot of people, I'm just saving you the time from answering that question 900 times on social media.
Yeah, I mean, she left this morning, so we're just going to try to get over it right now.
Okay.
And yeah, I mean, I'm sure one of us is probably crazy enough to hop on a flight fairly quickly, so.
I don't think, is it that far of a drive?
Edmonton to Toronto, yeah, it's like a 3-day drive. Yeah, it's a decent drive.
Oh, that's right. I keep forgetting how big Canada is.
Yeah, it's huge, man. It's huge.
I do. I drove from New York to Toronto for the finale, and like on hour 6, I was like, I'm done with this.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Actually, maybe after this interview, I'll just hop in my truck and I'll just go.
Just do it. Just do it. Just go like in luggage. All right. Well, I feel it is only fitting to end this show with your most important comment, the one I'm sure you want to hear the most. It's from Aika, and she says, Demetres, Eric really is so good looking. You are lucky to be doing a show with him. No, she says, Tarek, tell my baby I miss him.
I miss her too so much. It's been a tough day.
It has been a tough day, but you're going to get through it, and Aika's going to get through it, and the people that care about you and the fans that care about you are going to support you guys and also leave you alone and give you some privacy because it's none of our business. Well, before we wrap it up, let me remind everybody really quickly, you can see this show back tomorrow or any of our shows from this season or past seasons over at yourrealityrecaps.com/bbcan. Or if you want to watch us do these shows live, yourrealityrecaps.com/YouNow. Become a fan over there or become a subscriber for some exclusive content and access. We would love, love, love if you want live feeds for free or want to help us with the BB19 season. Consider becoming a live feed updater for us. Just fill out the form over at yourrealityrecaps.com/BB19updaters or get the live feeds from us this season at yourrealityrecaps.com/BB19feeds. Of course, again, you can become a patron over at yourrealityrecaps.com/patron for exclusive shows and content, access to the patron-only Facebook group, prize giveaways, stuff just for patrons, or you can do a one-time donation over at yourrealityrecaps.com/PayPal. All great ways to help support our shows. We really appreciate it. Without all of you, none of this would happen. And look, Big Brother Canada 5 was already canceled. Do you want us to be canceled? Some of you probably do. So for those of you that don't, you have to make up for those that do. Go do it.